Is your career where you want it to be? Hi, I'm Jo Peacock, and in this episode of Beyond Tech, I'm going to explore what steps you can take to manage your career. So what's your vision? What's your long-term goal? Where do you really want to be? Where do you want to get to ultimately? Your ideal career or your dream role? And how old do you want to be when you get there? Well, before you even can make a move towards that particular role, you've got to think about where you are right now. Let's think about your current role. What are your current skills in your current role? Are these technical skills or professional skills or even soft skills? Let's say that you are a help desk analyst right now, but where you want to be is at CIO level eventually, and that's absolutely great. In fact, it's so good to have ambition, but what you need to do is take steps to get there. You can't do it all in 1 week. So evaluate what your next step should be on the career ladder. And if you're a help desk analyst, maybe you want to become a technical support analyst, or maybe you want to become a developer. So now you need to learn the skills to get to your next step. Not to get to the CIO role, but learn the skills to get to your next step. And don't try and do it all at once. Please don't. I've done this before. And you know what? The best that's going to happen is you're going to become kind of mediocre at some things and maybe just not so good at others. Learn the skills one at a time. Achieve one qualification and then move on to the next. Pace yourself. But give yourself deadlines though. You know, don't think, oh, I'm going to learn this skill, and then 6 months down the line, you haven't even made one step towards learning that particular skill. So give yourself a deadline. Make sure that you're always learning. I always recommend everybody to make time just to learn something different. Something else that I really want you to consider, and I know that a lot of people will say, oh, I don't need that, but look for a mentor. Places like LinkedIn, and there are lots of other sort of relationship mentor type apps out there now. These apps will actually allow you to find a mentor, find somebody either in your network or maybe even out of your current network that can help you, that can give you advice, that can say, hey, look, I was where you were and I can help you on that next step on your career ladder. Remember, your career ladder is called a ladder for a reason, because it's one step at a time. Sure enough, you'll get to that CIO level. But on your next step, once you have all the skills, then apply for the role. Don't be afraid to apply for the role. Remember that when people post job adverts, what they're posting for and what they're advertising for is their ideal candidate. Now, I wonder how often they get applications from their ideal candidate. So don't be afraid to apply for a role that you think that you're not qualified for, that you think, I don't have all of the prerequisites that they've listed. It's okay. Because 99% of the people that are going to apply for that role too, they don't have all of the prerequisites. They don't have all of the qualifications. But what they do have is the confidence to apply for the role. So apply for that role. So how often should you move roles? How often should you take that next step? Well, I would tell you that professionally, every sort of 2 to 3 years, you should be looking to move roles. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should be looking outside of your organization, because you don't have to do that. But I would certainly say that after 2 years within one particular role, I would be looking for skills to move on. That also demonstrates ambition on your resume, on your CV. So it's definitely something that I would recommend. Look to make a move every 2 to 3 years until you actually get to where you want to be. Now, I'm sure that you've probably got some additional tips on career management, so I would really like you to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, because there are more episodes of Beyond Tech from both Zach and I. I'm Jo Peacock, and thanks for watching and learning.